Hey, it's Tansel. Many people wonder about how to improve their focus, right? There's a lot of people out there struggling, got a lot of thoughts on their mind, and they're like, I want to be able to create focus in my life. What do I do? Because if I have focus, I can actually get my stuff done, I can be more productive, and just not worry about stuff that's in my mind that's going to stress me out or is stressing me out. So there's a number of things you can do, right? So when I do memory training with people, the biggest challenge really is encoding. And what that is grabbing something that doesn't make sense and giving it meaning, right? There's a little bit of a time lag for that. Us memory athletes, we do that in split seconds, right? Which is why we do memory training. And the memory training helps you to speed that up. Now, what's this got to do with focus and concentration? Right? Storytelling is the basis of memory, right? Association, stories, imagination, visualization, all of that. Now, if you're able to use this skill that you've developed through memory training, right, to a higher level, you can now create greater focus. How does this work? It works when, for example, you take a task, let's say that you want to focus on, and you create a story around that task. So let's say I need to write a report, right? Now I'm thinking of all other things that are going on as well. I might have a meeting in half an hour. I might have, emails to send. I might have, personal issues or things, errands that I have to run, all of that, right? Sometimes all these things are in our head, sometimes they're not, but I just want to focus on the one report that I need to write. So, what I do with my memory training association visualization story is okay, I'm going to visualize this report. I don't just visualize it, right? That's the first thing you're going to do is obviously, create a vision for the report, but you got to expand on that. And this is where a lot of the memory skills come in. How do you expand on it? You say, okay, why am I writing this report? Right? What's the end result of this report? What's going to happen once I finish this report? Do I give it off to my manager? Do I send it off to someone? What feedback might I get? What feeling may I have when I finish this report? Right? So we're asking a lot of questions. And the more questions you ask, the deeper the context gets around that one focus for writing that report, right? Because remember, you want to create. So what we're essentially doing is we're adding more and more detail to that one thing that we're doing. And the more detail we create, what we're doing is we're making that story bigger, whereas the others are they're still in there, right? They're still in there in our head, but this is taking more energy, more mental energy. So you're creating this mental energy. And once you've got that, that's what your brain can see. So you start working on it, right? Now, yeah, you might get distractions and stuff. That's another story, right? But for now, what we want to do is we want to create focus, right? We build that story up, we create massive context, and that context, if it's done really well, will drive you into action. Right? That's the beauty of using these skills is that it drives you into action because if you've included in there emotional triggers like feelings, how you'd feel once you finish that report, or you visualize yourself giving it to your manager and your manager's patting you on the back, whatever. You might feel some excitement behind it. You might feel what's it called, success behind it, all of that. So if you incorporate all of that in your vision for finishing the report, then you're not only going to create focus, but you're going to complete the task because that's all you're seeing. So I used to see a lot of students and I used to tell them, look, procrastination, because that was what they'd suffer, is very comfortable in the now, right? When people procrastinate, they're very comfortable and nothing beats that comfort, right? However, if you create that comfort for after the task. Say, for example, you want to finish this report, you'll feel comfortable only after you finish it. That way, you want to get to that comfort level first, right? So you'll always finish that report because you want to get to that comfort level. Now, your story has to be really strong. Your feelings have to be really strong. So that's a short little video I wanted to create around building the story using memory strategies on making the story memorable so you can create greater focus. Now, practice this. Let me know how you go because if you are someone that is struggling with this, and there's a lot of people out there, so which is why I'm making the video, play around with it. Let me know if you have any issues. Message me and I'll help you out. So thanks a lot, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.